SNAP benefits will stop flowing to all those who need it. You're talking about tens of millions of Americans at risk of going hungry. Democrat attorneys general are suing the federal government to try to compel SNAP benefits to flow despite the government being closed.
5 different instances in the last few weeks, DHS or ICE agents apparently, or the Twitter support, shooting Christian clergy with pepper bullets, pepper rounds, and rubber bullets.
We have more MAGA Mike Johnson to debunk as the Trump-led government shutdown gets closer and closer to day 30. If you can, leave us a like on the video. It helps us out a ton. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's get right in with some fact checks.
The news service has tracked 5 different instances in the last few weeks, DHS or ICE agents apparently, or the Twitter support, shooting Christian clergy with pepper bullets, pepper rounds, and rubber bullets. There was viral video of a Presbyterian minister being hit in the head with pepper rounds, and just last week a UCC minister was shot directly in the face with a pepper round by a DHS agent that left his face bloody. I know that you've advocated for religious freedom in the past and celebrated the president's decision to pardon anti-abortion demonstrators. Do you share the concern of these clergy? This is a religious freedom issue that's emerging between the administration and the clergy.
I can't comment on any of those instances. I haven't seen or heard any of those videos, so I'm not going to comment. But I would say, hold on, wait a minute. Let me answer you. Hold on. Thank you. You asked the question. Religious freedom does not extend and give you the right to get in the face of an ICE officer and assault them, if indeed that was what happened there.
Right, guys, except we have the video of the DHS officer pushing a woman to the ground and screaming in her face because she was asking him questions. We have the video of ICE officers ramming into a car and then pulling the driver out and disappearing with them. We have them pulling 2 women out of a car in a school pickup line. We have citizens having guns pointed in their face at festivals by ICE. We have most recently, and possibly most frightening, an ICE agent who stuck a gun in someone's face and said, "Bang, bang, you're dead, liberal." That's MAGA's America, but this is a measured approach, I guess. Let's forget the fact that undocumented immigrants are people too, and it's just as cruel to be cruel to them. But like, how many American citizens have to be harassed, abused, tortured, and elsewise before MAGA says maybe the racism isn't worth it?
It's painful for them, for us to get up here every single day and relate again the simple truths. We have to do that. The repetition is what makes the truth saturate, because most of the mainstream media is giving us headwinds. They're pushing back, as I just demonstrated from you from the results. The research proves what we know intuitively, that the mainstream media, most of the legacy media, is parroting the talking points to the other side. You are not asking Chuck Schumer the hard questions. You're not asking Hakeem Jeffries the hard questions. Not enough of them.
It's pretty easily explainable. Let's say there was a shooting where 3 people died. The group on the left says 3 people died. The group on the right says 1 person died. And then mainstream media comes in and says 3 people died. Are they parroting the talking points of the group on the left, or are they just accurately reporting the facts and it turns out only one side on the ground is as well? This can be said with like most of these claims on how mainstream media is against conservatives. They literally ran Biden dementia for like 12 weeks, guys. It's just that they objectively lie more. Like, I don't know how else to express that to you. It's a simple truth that the burden of keeping the government open is on the majority party. To do so, they have to garner some amount of votes from the other side, I guess outside of the case of Obama's supermajority. So negotiation is inherent. There are concessions that are made, and somewhere in the middle you have to meet. Republicans are pretending they don't have to do any of this because they have a small 3-seat majority, and they just refuse to do anything for healthcare, and them refusing to engage in democracy and expecting Democrats to just fall in line is why government is shut down.
SNAP benefits will stop flowing to all those who need it. You're talking about tens of millions of Americans at risk of going hungry if the Senate Democrats can continue this gambit. Instead of taking a simple vote to fund the government, which Senate Democrats have now had more than a dozen opportunities to do, Democrat attorneys general are suing the federal government to try to compel SNAP benefits to flow despite the government being closed and despite the fact that there is no money to do that. Congress hasn't authorized that. The contingency fund for that was something they batted down when the Democrats decided to vote against the CR.
Right. Democrats won't, without any negotiation, just agree to the partisan CR that allows for recessions to continue and for Obamacare subsidies to expire, which will cause healthcare premium prices to shoot up. It's almost like democracy entails negotiation and compromise and acting like a spoiled brat. means you're probably the problem. Also, it's hilarious the jab here is seemingly the Democrat attorney generals are willing to fight for the American people's benefits and try to get their SNAP money. Like, do you think that resonates with anyone who isn't privileged? But I guess we realize the whole party of the working class doesn't mean anything when it's not an election season because they're so comfortable showing that they're the party of privilege. That's why you see so many MAGA bragging about how the government shutdown doesn't affect them or hasn't affected them yet. And this is as veterans are standing in line at food banks, 40 million are about to be without food stamps, thousands have been laid off, special education is turned upside down at the administrative and billing level, and more. But hey, at least the rich got their tax cuts and the privileged MAGA voters are okay, and wokeness is eradicated, right?